Okay, so right now what I'm going to be doing is giving a tutorial on TradingView and the basics. So what you want to do first is you want to go to TradingView and open up an account. If you notice here, I have an account that I just opened, so I can show you guys right from the beginning. And there are other subscriptions that you could buy. For now, you do not need to purchase these subscriptions. I read naked charts, so none of this is relevant. I only use two indicators, which are basically two moving averages. So just open up a free account. If you choose to get a subscription, you could do so at a later date. Right now, just go ahead and start an account. Now that I have an account open, right? So this is the platform in the right from the start. What you want to do, you notice what I did there is let me just walk you through that. I went up here in the corner and I clicked my name right here. I like doing dark theme right here. You could do light theme, dark theme. I like looking at charts in the dark because usually I'm trading at night and I just got accustomed to trading in the dark. But anyways, I do like everything that I view on dark theme. So that's how you could change that right there. What you want to do first is click here to your letter name, in my case, Trader Duke. And what I want to do is click Trader Duke, right? You could either do two things. And anytime you're on the first screen page here, you could click this chart right here, or you can click up here and go straight to your main page, Trader Duke. So I'm going to go here, chart. Okay. So now that I'm in a chart, as you can see, I've opened up a chart here. Okay. It's going to give me some tutorials on what to do. Okay. So got it. What I want to do right now is kind of show you some quick things on this screen here. I'm able to push the chart. Right now it's on a candlestick chart. You could change the candlesticks based on this right here. See this candlestick? You can do line, bars, candles, hollow candles, line. You could even do Hakanashi, but that's at a fee, I believe. Let me double check. No, okay, so Hakanashi is available. Really cool. So right now we always keep it on bar chart, candle charts, right there. Candles, boom. Just traditional candles. Green going up, red going down. Okay, so you also have here on the bottom, this is called volume. These here, I don't use volume. I know some people do, I don't. I can get deeper into that later. But for now, I just want to show you the usage of this tool, TradingView platform. So to remove the volumes here, what you want to do is right click your mouse. You see how I just did that? Anywhere on the screen, right click your mouse, go to settings. Now that you've gone to settings, you are going to be looking for volume. Okay, on one of these pages here under chart settings is going to say volume. We're going to look for it. Appearance. Let's see. Trading. Another way to do it, probably the fastest way, is if, oh yeah, so if you, the fastest way to remove this is, you see how I just what I did was I went from here, I went down here and I left click. With the left click, you notice these little circles came up. Now you're able to delete it. So once you've left click this, right click, and then you can remove the volume. See it right here? Boom, remove. Okay, another way you can remove things is if you go to this paper stack. It's called an object tree. This paper stack here, you can click this, and if you, let's say for instance, you had indicators here. I'm going to throw some indicators up here, okay? All right, see, so it's telling me I have to upgrade. So it's allowing me to throw up 3 indicators, which I have right here. So again, if you go to the paper stack right here on the right, lower right, object tree, click it, and you'll see the paper stack, objects that are on your screen. In this case, these 3 indicators. So I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. So I'm going to press the X, X, X. That deleted all those objects. Okay, so now I have no volume, no objects. The only thing I have is the chart. What I want to do, because I show you guys how to place a particular chart in here. So how you want to place a particular chart here or a symbol is you could do either a symbol search right here, okay, on the upper left corner right here. So in this case, we have Apple. I'm going to change this over to Bitcoin. So from symbol search, I'm going to change this to Bitcoin, BTC. Okay, hold on. Delete BTC, and I am looking for crypto. So in this case, I'm only want to look for crypto. So I have BTC USD. What I'm going to be looking for is BTC, and these are all different exchanges right here. So you have BTC USD, US dollar, Bitcoin US dollar on Coinbase. We're going to stick with this. This is a pretty good one, universal. So BTC Coinbase, which is this second one here. Click this, okay. Now we've got that there. Whoop. I want to, so see this little hide? You've got hide and you have toggle maximum. What I want to do is I want to hide this lower panel. By the way, these are all the trading panels. You could paper trade and Oanda, Alpaca, TradeStation. These are all different exchanges. If you want to paper trade, you could even do it right here. Okay, so I'm going to hide this for now. Just want to put on this chart. So now that this chart is here, I have Bitcoin, US dollar. Right now, now that I have the chart here, if you notice, I can only go left and right, right? So I could just continue to scroll like this. However, you could also do is once you go to the side here, right, you can push up or down like this to lengthen it, the height. Okay, so now that that height is lengthened, not only are you able to move it sideways, left and right, but you could also now move it up and down. That's almost like a freeze pane. It freezes it. So previously, we were only allowed to go sideways, but if you unlock it, which is by doing this, right, now you can go up, down, and sideways. Like I could literally move this anywhere. Okay, so we have Bitcoin here. Now that we have Bitcoin here, I still have my object tree. I'm going to close the object tree, okay? And now that this object tree is closed, if I want to save Bitcoin so that it is part of my watch list, so I can grab it anytime I want to create a watch list. So here, right here on this left side, this very top one is watch list and details. So I'm going to click that. If you notice, I've got charts here, which I don't view. All these here. I've got silver, gold, US oil, all these. I'm going to delete these, okay? So how I delete these is if I toggle over one of them, you'll see an X here. So you want to click X, X. Okay, so I'm going to delete all of these because I don't look at any of these. Okay, the US dollar I'll keep because that's a good one to follow. Which is the Dixie. They call it the US dollar index, the Dixie DXY. So I don't pay attention to any Apple stocks, Tesla, Netflix, US oil. I pay no attention to any of this. In fact, I'm going to remove the index label, which here stocks. I'm going to remove these futures. I don't need any of that. Gold, I'm going to keep. I never look at silver. Now I've got a couple of Forex pairs here. GUUJ. I'm going to keep these right here. I'll keep all this. Okay. So now that I have all these, the ones that I really like is Bitcoin US dollar right here. I'm going to move this all the way to the top because it's my favorite. I'm going to move Bitcoin US dollar Tether. In fact, you know what? I don't even need this one, USDT. This is Bitcoin US dollar connected to Tether. So I'm going to delete that one. Okay. Whoop. Boom. So what I do have left is Ethereum. So I'm going to move this Ethereum. Basically what I did was I grabbed at it with my mouse and I'm going to move it all the way to the top. Okay. So I've got these two. These are going to be the two that I'm paying attention to the most. It's this little flag here on the left side of the BTC USD. I'm going to click that and that gives it a little flag on the side, which tells me, that's my two favorites, Bitcoin and US dollar. So I have Bitcoin and US dollar as my favorites. Saved here, and that's good. I'm going to move this label up here at the top, crypto. Okay, so I've got that squared away. Excellent. So Bitcoin right there, US dollar. All right. So now we have Bitcoin US dollar chosen. As you can see, it's on our main page here. I'm going to close my watch list, which is if I toggle this watch list, it opens and closes the watch list. Okay, you could take a look at all the rest of these things here. This will allow you to set alerts. Right here is news, data window. All right. So data window tells you, you know, the high, low, close, change right there. I don't use any of these. The only thing I use is really the watch list, as well as the object tree right here. At least for the most part, that's what I use the most of. Okay, but you can explore all this stuff right here. Okay, so now that we have this on our list, I'm going to show you some things here. We could change the time frame on this. So right now, if you notice, we have Bitcoin US dollar, and we have a time frame here, 1 day, right here. You could change this time frame by clicking up here. See this right here? You have the symbol, and if you click this right here, right there, boom, you have choices as far as the day. Okay. And what you could do is you could actually create favorites, and watch what happens up here as soon as I make it a favorite. Okay, I added the daily as my favorite. I look at the 4 hour. You notice what happened? I added that as a favorite. It appeared right here. So these are all automatic auto buttons that I could press without having to scroll through this menu. So I also, one of my favorites is the 1 hour. Another favorite of mine is the 30-minute, 15-minute, and the 5-minute. So these are my favorites that I use. So if you notice, they've all populated here: 5-minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, 40, 4 hour, and a daily. These are the ones that I use on a regular basis. If anytime I need to grab it more, I could just grab at this toggle button here, right there, and your list will appear. Okay. Also, what I want to do now is walk you through indicators. There are 2 indicators that I use often, and here's how you add the indicators. Oh, by the way, this right here is how you change from line chart to candles to bars. See, if you click these, candles, hollow candles, line chart, okay, Hakanashi, boom. Okay, the only candles I like to have up are regular candlesticks. Green going up, red going down. You could also change the color of these. How you change the color of these is you take your mouse and you put it to anywhere here in the open space on the chart. Let's go ahead and close this watch list. Boom, I closed it. So you take your mouse and you put it right here. Now that your mouse is right there, what you want to do is click on your settings, right? So again, what I did was open space, right click, settings come up. Once the settings come up, you could change the color here, the body, the border, the wick. You could change these, okay? For now, we're going to leave these as green and red, but feel free to change these as you like. Also, you could change some other things that I like to add. I like to adding the bid and ask labels. So bid and ask is going to be right here on the left side. Watch as I click this. Bid and ask is the price in which you're going to be buying if you're creating a buy order or a sell order. So if you notice, once I click this, bid and ask, this appeared right here, the bid and the ask. So anytime I make a buy order, I I get it at the ask. Anytime I make a sell order, I get it at the, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. When I'm creating a buy order, I get it at the bid. When I'm creating a sell order, I get it at the ask. That's how that works. Okay. Because this is bid in the ask is actually the market maker spread. That's what that is. And what is his spread? That's his profit he's going to be grabbing at for making the order. All right. So that's called the spread. Anyways, let's see here. Trading, events. Okay, for now, this all looks good. Oh, you know what? I want to remove, go to appearance. See these lines here, these grid lines, vertical and horizontal. I want to remove those, okay? So right now, I'm going to go to the background, and my background color is, okay. So here it is, vertical grid lines. I'm going to change this. So I'm going to click this, click that, and find out which ones. There it is. So apparently it's this color here to remove the vertical. And I'm going to do the same thing on the horizontal because I don't need them. They're just very noisy in the eyes. Okay, so now the screen is completely dark. You see that? Okay, but what I do want to add is this. I want to add session breaks. I want to add this. Session breaks are the breaks within the time zones between close of market and open of market. So I want these to be added. So I'm gonna go ahead and click session break. Let's see. Settings. Okay, well, apparently on a free version, you cannot create session breaks. But that's okay. We don't need session breaks either. All right. So let's just go ahead and, for now, we're going to look at it from this perspective. Oh, wait, we have to remove the vertical lines here. Remove, press OK. Okay, so all of those lines are gone. All right, now that those lines are gone, the chart is very, very clean. Show you some of the tools that I use most often here, okay? And I'm going to create them as favorites. One of the tools is this little, you see this plus sign here. I use that. So what you want to do is you go to this to the plus sign, and next to it is a tab. Click on that tab, and these the menu pops up. I want to create this as a favorite. Okay, and now I'm going to go down to this one here, this tab. I use the trend line, so I'm going to create that as a favorite. Okay, so here's what we're doing. You see this right here? This is the favorites menu. I can grab it and move it anywhere. I've added this bullseye, and I've added a trend line. So I'm going to add a few more things here. I'm going to add the horizontal line as a favorite. Now watch what happens. It's going to appear on my little favorite bar there. Okay, so horizontal. See it? It just added there. Okay, I'll make it disappear. See it? Disappeared, and then boom. Okay, so that's all I need for this. Okay, the next one I'm going to grab at is the one below it, which are, I'm looking for the Fibonacci retracement. So where are we? Oh, here it is, fib retracement. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. If you notice, it appeared right there. Okay, and the paintbrush. On the paintbrush, I'm going to grab at the rectangle. Okay, I also like to use the polyline. Okay, and once in a while, I'm not going to use these, but for the most part, rectangle and polyline. Okay, and path. All right, and then let's take a look if I use any of these others. No, I do not. But what I do like to use is this ruler to measure. So, okay. So there we are. We've got our tools that I would use the most: the bullseye, trend line, horizontal line, Fibonacci, rectangle, polyline, path, and also, you know what? Let's grab at the arrow. Where are we? Here it is, arrow. Boom. Okay. So I've got all these as my favorite tools. So the homework assignment that I was asking is, oh, you know what? We need one more, which is this. I need text right there. And the ones that we're going to be using is this here, that there's two types of text, and we're using this one. Boom. Okay. So now I have the text here. So the homework that I was asking for just to get started was to label market structure. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you label market structure here. So what you want to do is you want to grab at your label, right? And then go to an area you're going to label. Grab at your text. Then go to this area here and hover over it and click, and then this dialog box opens up. Once the dialog box opens up, I'm gonna go ahead and create the label. So I take my mouse and I put it here, and I'm gonna type in my data. So in this case, I'm gonna do higher high, because that's what that is. Okay, by the way, I have the daily chart, right? I could scroll through here, but right now we're gonna be doing the daily chart. So I've got that there. Okay, then and you know what, I'm going to change the color of this. How you change the color of this is you left click it, and then now that it's got the dot there, right click, go to settings, and I'm going to go to the color, and I'm going to change this to white, and then okay it. So now I've changed the color. So now that I've got that there, I'm going to grab another letter here, boom. And I'm going to change this to HL for higher low. Okay. That's higher low. And I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to do higher high. Okay. And then grab another one and do higher low. Okay. So right now I am marking up with labels, and I can move these labels. You see it, how I just moved it right there? Okay. I am marking it up, and I'm creating the labels for market structure. So a fast way you could do this is if you grab at the HH and you press Control and then your left mouse key, you can create a duplicate. You see how I just did that? And then I moved it with my mouse. So again, I highlight the HL or the text, press Control and then my left mouse button, and now I'm able to duplicate it and move it anywhere I want. Okay, that's a quick way to duplicate, and that duplicates anything. So let's say I made this here, this line, trend line. I can do Control. Again, you got to hover over it, Control, left mouse, and now I've made a duplicate. Again, Control, left mouse, and I've created a duplicate. So to erase this, you hover over the object, right click, and it'll say remove. Again, hover over, right click, and remove. Hover over, right click, and remove. Now I'm going to show you something, a trick. So we're going to put this back here. I grabbed at this. All right. I'm going to duplicate it. Control, left click, move it. Hover over it. Control, left click, move it. Now I'm going to show you something. You've got 3 trend lines here. You can go to your object tree and you will see all 3 trend lines. I can remove this very quickly by clicking the X, boom, boom. I could even make it disappear. See it? This little eyeball here, I can make it appear and disappear. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish off labeling this. Okay. So I'm going to close this, the object tree. And so here we have, again, higher high, Control, left click, move it. I'm going to duplicate, Control, left click, move it. Now I'm going to show you something. We went higher high, higher high, higher low here. Higher high. Is this higher low? Is it higher than this? No, it is a break in market structure. Okay, so this is where I want to create my break in market structure. So I placed my line here, right? A horizontal line. Now, break in market structure is represented by horizontal line because this is the structure that price broke in order to create a break in market structure. So this is not a higher low. This is what is called a lower low. Okay. So now that's lower low. I want to change this color of this blue trend line here. So I'm going to hover over it, right click, go to settings. I'm going to change this to yellow. Boom. Okay. And also I'm going to give it a little bit of thickness too. So I'm going to go back to it, settings, right click. Now you can change the width, the thickness. So I'm going to change it to that one right there, the third one. Okay. Press OK. So now this is a BMS. That's what this is. So I'm going to grab my label. Boom. And I'm going to move it here. Okay. BMS. So I have a break and market structure right there. Okay. So now that's a break and market structure. I got lower low, and this is a lower high. Why is this lower high? Because this is lower than this high. This is still high, but it's lower. So I am going to label this to lower high. Okay. So now that that's a lower high, I have a higher high and I have a lower high. On a daily chart, that's a big deal because it's a high time frame. I am going to plot a trend line from point A to point B and label this, which is a switch in market structure. Switch in market structure is a change, a possibility of change in trend. And we went deeper into this in the market structure price action video. But for now, I'm just walking you through labeling. So in this case, we're going to label this SMS, boom. So that is switch in market structure. So take a look. We have a switch in market structure here. We have a break in market structure. Price comes down and gives us another lower low, right? So I'm going to duplicate this lower low. Whoop, cancel. I'm going to highlight, duplicate, control, left key, move it here. Okay. So what we've done was we've moved this to the bottom here, lower low, and we're going to continue to label. So now this is lower low. This is a lower high because it is lower than this one right here. I'm going to grab, create another label here. Lower high. Boom. Okay. And then we have a lower low here. Oop. I'm going to duplicate this. Okay. And then we have equal lows here. Actually, what we have here is lower low, and this is higher. So since that's higher, that is a low still, but it is higher than the previous. So that is what's called a switch in market structure. So right here. Okay. So grab this trend line from this point here to this. That is a switch in market structure. I'm going to copy this text. Y'all remember how we copy text? Highlight, control, boom, switch market structure. Break in market structure, we had two. We had, because on a 4-hour chart, we've got this major, but you know what, let's just stick with the simplicity of the daily chart. So this here would have been break in market structure. That's a big deal right there, okay? There's a earlier BMS, but we're not going to concern with ourselves with it until a later video. For now, I'm just focusing on labeling. So there's your BMS. Press OK. I'm going to take this line, make it right there. Okay. So when price had broken this structure here, right there, this green candle broke above it. Price came down and pulled back, and then came back up again. And this is where we are right now. So that's how you use this, the text, how you create your favorites. You can move this anywhere you want. You know, I also walked you through how to create a watch list, how to use the object tree, okay, and how to create your favorites by highlighting these little stars. And these are the ones that I use most frequently. Okay. And last but not least, what I'm going to walk you through is dropping indicators, because I use two indicators, two moving averages. So if you notice here, these are the indicators. I'm going to go ahead and grab it, and I am going to be looking for, let's see, you know, let's just type it in, moving average. There it is. See this right here, exponential moving average? I need two of them. So I'm going to click it once, twice. Oh, did that work? Oh, there it is. I clicked it again. In fact, I'm going to create it as a favorite. Okay. So it will be available to grab at, because it'll come up as one of the top ones on the list right here. See this favorites? So if you notice, I've got it right here. These are the only moving averages that I use. You could explore all the other ones if you'd like. I know some people like to use RSI or MACD. Okay, I don't use any of those, but you could explore them. Okay, so on the exponential moving average, I'm going to hover over this. This is where the indicators are all going to be listed. you're gonna have a running list. This here, it makes them disappear. This is a tab button. And what you want to do is go to the settings right here, this little wheel. So now that we're at settings, I'm going to be changing this to 50. Okay. And the style I'm going to be changing this is going to be a aqua blue. Aqua blue is going to be the style. And also what I want to do is I want to make it a little thicker. Okay. Probably right there, the second one. So I've got aqua blue. We could even, yeah, I'm going to do this little lighter blue. That'll work for me. Okay. And then I'm going to press OK. And I'm going to go. So I've already created the 50. So I'm going to the second one. Go to the wheel. And at the wheel, I am going to do my input. So you notice input styles visibility. So in input, I am going to add this as a 200. And we'll get deeper into this and its usage later. But the EMA 200, I'm also going to give this a color, which I like white. All right. And I'm going to give it a thickness. It'll be that thickness right there. So that's all set right there. So I've got, take a look at what we've got here. I've added two EMAs, right? We've got text, how to duplicate text, our favorites chart, using our watch list, as well as the object tree. How to change settings, removing the grids, vertical grid, horizontal grid. Also, I wanted to add session breaks, but it's only available on a paid version. It's okay, it's not necessary, okay? Pretty much that's it. Everything else you could explore. Another thing is this, once I've got this all labeled, if I want to keep it from moving, you know, because sometimes if you hover over it and you're scrolling through, you might grab it and then accidentally move it. To prevent this from happening, what you want to do is you want to grab this lock all drawing tools. See this right here? Right there, lock all drawing tools. So now you can't grab it. You can create new text, but all your previous stuff is going to be all frozen or unchangeable until you unlock that. I'm going to label this higher high. Okay, boom. So I'm going to move that right there. So again, lock and unlock. Okay, you could even yeah. All right. Any questions? Feel free to message me and we'll address it. All right. Good session. Thanks, guys.